The 11th film in the Madea cinematic universe is Boo 2: A Madea Hallowoo. And despite being the direct sequel to one of the most successful Madea movies in history, it ended up being the biggest financial flop in the franchise. Tyler Perry tried his absolute best to capture lightning in a bottle twice. Oh, you liked Fousey Tube? Well, he's back!
Oh, hey! Yeah, I'm not talking to you.
You liked the old people sitting in the living room talking about Brian's testicles? They're doing it again! You didn't find the resolution to Tiffany's character arc satisfying? Well, fuck it. She regressed completely. Only now she's 18, so Fousey Tube can legally fuck her.
You should take your clothes off.
Right
Yeah,
now?
right now.
Oh, yeah.
There's a reason why the Madea movies fell off in terms of writing quality. I haven't mentioned this all that much since the original review, but the Madea character originated on the stage, and the popularity and success of the Madea plays led to the creation of the film franchise. And the Madea movies would always be adaptations of the Madea plays, which is why they all had overly dramatic plots about marital abuse and incest and orphan violence, the kind of stuff that's easy to do on stage and plays great to a live audience. And when you're writing a play, you really need to focus on the story and dialogue because that's basically all you have. And since these plays were all successful, it was like a trial run for the script being worthy of adaptation to the big screen. But at some point, Tyler Perry decided to experiment with writing a Madea screenplay that hadn't been tested in front of a live audience. Can you guess which one? At what point in the series did we lose anything resembling an interesting storyline about a sexy black woman going through hell while relying on Madea's wisdom? The answer, obviously, is the one with Eugene Levy, Madea's Witness Protection. Its follow-up, A Madea Christmas, was based on a play, and at least that one had the interesting storyline about racism going both ways. However, it failed financially, so maybe Tyler Perry decided, fuck it. Who needs the plays? Who needs a proven script? I'm just gonna wing it, and improvise it, and not give a fuck, and that's how we got Boo 1, which is how we got Boo 2. And you already know what I'm about to say, so let's just get it over with.
And now, without further ado, let's take a look at Boo 2.
I am excited to announce that the Madea hijinks in Boo 2 is much better than Boo 1. And believe it or not, Brian is the character to thank. Spoiler alert, but there's a Georgia chainsaw massacre, and the man behind the mask is our boy Brian. How else do you stop Fousey Tube from fucking your of-age daughter? How else do you get revenge on the elderly family members who tortured you as a child? But it takes 1.5 movies of build-up before a man like Brian snaps. So let's dive in. In Boo 1, Brian is the butt of the joke. We learn about his torturous past at the cruel hands of Joe and Madea. His daughter disobeys and disrespects him, and despite getting revenge with the prison bus prank, it seems he hasn't earned respect from anybody. And this movie really doubles down on breaking Brian. It's Tiffany's 18th birthday, so Brian shows up to school with her birthday gift.
It's headphones, so when we're driving, I don't have to listen to your music. You can just plug it and listen to your own music in my car.
But then, Brian's ex-wife pulls up with her new husband. And oh man, Tiffany's stepdaddy got her a new car, just like she wanted. Meanwhile, the new husband disrespects Brian so much he refuses to speak to him. He just straight up ignores him like he doesn't exist. And this is a running gag in the movie.
Hi, Calvin. How you doing?
Hi, BJ. What's up?
Hi, Calvin. He never talks to me. Calvin, this is my father, Joe.
Hi, Mr. Joe.
Nigga, don't freaking talk to me. I don't know you like that, mother trucker.
Then Brian goes home and once again all the old people are talking shit to him. They're threatening to harm his testicles again.
Speak up, boy. I have to hit you in the nut like I did when you were a little boy. What is wrong with you?
They mock his shitty birthday present. And then at the party, he dances like a white boy. What a dork! So it's Halloween again. and Fousey and the boys want to have another party. But thanks to the Madea hijinks of the previous film, they have to move the venue from their frat house to the haunted murder lake where couples got killed making out. And that's not even like a town rumor or something, it's just a fact.
Where the people got killed making out?
Yup.
Are you crazy?
Oh my god, this is gonna be so much fun.
Tell that to the people who died there, it's not fun.
Yeah, you can't, because they're dead.
And as a fresh 18-year-old, Tiffany is determined to attend this party and lose her virginity to FouseyTube in a tent at Murder Lake. Tiffany's mom knows about this plan and she's okay with it. However, homegirl Madea overhears this and leaks the news to Brian. Now at this point in the movie, we've seen Brian humiliated time and time again. So it was entirely unsurprising when he seemingly gave in and allowed Tiffany to go. But as I've already spoiled for the sake of accurately highlighting the Madea hijinks, it turns out the chainsaw freak kidnapping everyone at the college party later that night is actually Brian in disguise trying to teach them a lesson. So what are Brian's hijinks as the chainsaw kidnapper? Him and his friend the Reverend are in on it together, and they just walk up to the college kids with chainsaws to scare them, and a frat guy gets choked. A couple gets chased through the woods and it actually looks kind of decent. There's a cool shot where he walks out of a lake, and then it's just a lot of dragging people away, which I don't really understand. I guess Brian is somehow tranquilizing everyone and also has the strength to drag all these people to his car and then drive them to the police station where they're all in jail for trespassing at the lake. But you know what? Before anybody else knew what was going on, the ex-wife's new husband proves himself to be a coward when he refuses to search for Tiffany at the lake. And he's so scared he even stops giving Brian the silent treatment. So Brian is redeemed as the true man.
Calvin, it may be a little dangerous up there. Do you want to go with us?
No, it's okay. You guys got this, right?
He protected his daughter's virginity from FouseyTube, ruined Halloween for dozens of people, and made his ex-wife's new man look like a bitch. What a character arc. After pranking his daughter 2 Halloweens in a row to teach her a lesson about respect, I'm sure she'll be on her best behavior when she returns in the upcoming film Madea's Destination Wedding. Anyway, that's enough Brian hijinks. Let's see what Joe and Madea were up to. Madea is disappointed that Brian is allowing Tiffany to go to Rape Murder Lake with FouseyTube all night. So she takes matters into her own hands and drives up there with her friends to bring Tiffany home. It's just like the last movie, but instead of crashing a frat party, it's a lake party. Tyler Perry must have recognized the severe lack of spooky content in his previous Halloween film. And much like Brian, perhaps he intended to redeem himself. Because in addition to all the chainsaw stuff, we've also got a lot of mischief with these spooky little girls. Like when Madea hits one of them with her car.
Don't nobody see no little girl.
But it turns out these spooky twins are actually acrobats that Brian hired for Tiffany's birthday party at the beginning of the movie. So I guess their acrobatic flexibility makes it okay for them to be hit by a car. And at this point, it's mostly just the old people running from place to place while being scared. The last little bit of hijinks is at the end when everyone shows up to the police station and Madea hides her face because she's on the wanted posters. Then the real killer shows up at the police station and Joe tells him to kill his family.
Hey, partner. They tell me you kill your whole family, that right? Well, look, I got this sister of mine that I've been wanting dead for a long time. She's a big old dude. You think you can help me with that?
When it comes to the hijinks, there's a surprising amount of stuff I like. Madea with the chainsaw is classic, so I like that Brian is reaching an age where he embraces family traditions. Madea hitting what appeared to be a small child with her car gave me a jolt of energy that helped me not fall asleep watching the movie. And that scuba stunt was kinda kino. So for those reasons and more, in terms of Madea hijinks, I give this one a 5 out of 10. This is a direct continuation of Boo 1 with no changes or additions that would affect the score, so I'll keep it consistent just like they did, with a performance score of 3 out of 10. The Madea movies generally have a poor reputation, and I think this era of the franchise is responsible. The first Madea movie I ever saw was Madea's Witness Protection, because I had just turned 16 and Biggs and I were determined to see all the black people movies together in theaters, which is a tradition we upheld for many years. And it just so happens Witness Protection was the first one where the script wasn't based on a play. And I would have to imagine most people from my generation or younger would only be exposed to Madea through these newer movies where her character has been reduced to a parody. Could the upcoming Netflix era of Madea movies be the renaissance the franchise needs? Highly unlikely, but at least we're getting an entire film called Joe's College Road Trip. So maybe the future won't be so bad. But enough about the future. I want to take you back to the past, because not only was I seeing new Madea films in theaters at this time of my life, but I also started a movie review podcast called Is It Kino, and I still post it every week. We actually just hit 300 episodes. Anyway, back in 2017, I did an Is It Kino review of Boo 2. So let's hear what 22-year-old Jimmy had to say.
E-Rich, you're not gonna believe me, but the theatrical release of this film is the TV edit.
What?
Hell no! Oh, hell no! Here's the weird thing, though. So this movie doesn't have any fucks, but they say shit a whole bunch, they say nigga a whole bunch, they say ass, and they say damn. But half the shits are dubbed over, very obviously dubbed over to something else. Half of the dams are dubbed over to be darn. Like, what? So, yeah, it's so weird, and I don't understand why. So they'll say shit like 5 times, and then they'll dub over damn with darn. So I'm thinking that there must be like a hard limit, like you can have 50 cuss words, and they went way over the limit and had to go in and dub over half the lines in the movie. And it's so extremely obvious that I was flabbergasted that I was watching a TV edit in the movie theater. It's crazy to me.
You gonna stand there and let this girl bring this nigga up in your house?
Joe, watch your darn mouth. Hush. I bet you if I pull your darn eyes out, turn around here and look at your darn lips, you'll see them now.
I can't watch my darn mouth.
Class? We ain't never had no damn class. We ain't even go to class.
Nigga, don't freaking talk to me. I don't know you like that, mother trucker.
This movie is a slightly higher budget, slightly higher effort version of Boo 1, so I will give him credit for trying to improve. But not much, because this movie was still miserable to sit through. So in terms of overall movie quality, I'm giving this one a 3 out of 10, giving it a final score of 11 out of 30, landing it in 9th place. That's right, folks, the Madea Halloween movies are literally 9/11.